Hey everybody, yes, today is a rant, something that has really irked my craw, and that is the statement controlling your emotions. The reason that actually irks my craw or gets my goat or whatever words you want to use is because when we control our emotions, we're not actually processing them, we're actually suppressing them, denying them, or distracting from them. And the reason that's important is because if we're doing one of those three things, then the emotions actually get stored in the body and then they wreak havoc later on. And they show up in the most inopportune times when we don't want them to. All of a sudden, we're having a little tanty about something that later on we're like, okay, that was a bit extreme. Where did that come from? The reason it came from or where it came from was because we didn't actually process something that happened a long time ago, and now it's showing up again because we've been triggered. Have a look through my other videos to understand your triggers to get more experience on that. So, controlling the emotions, not good. It's not good because it's a suppression and it'll show up later. And how we want to process or acknowledge or make awareness of our emotions rather than controlling them, what we want to do is we want to process them. So I talk about the 3 A's. Yeah, we want to have awareness, acknowledgement, and we want to allow. So awareness. Okay, first and foremost, you need to be aware that you're triggered in the first place. Yeah, you want to be aware of what your emotion is. Is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it hurt? Is it pain? Is it betrayal? What exactly is the emotion that you're feeling? Then, different to awareness is acknowledgement. It is actually giving permission, yes, to exist. It's like, okay, I'm feeling betrayed. And I'm feeling betrayed because this happened. Yeah, so you're actually acknowledging it. The awareness, you're aware that you are perturbed. Yes? The acknowledgement is, okay, I am perturbed and I'm allowed to. Yes? Now we actually go into the third one, which is actual allowing. Allowing the emotion to occur goes further than the awareness and the acknowledgement. What it means is when we truly allow an emotion to exist, we allow it to actually occur within the body. So then we're like, where do I feel it? Is it a burning sensation in the throat? Does it happen in the mouth? Like, do we get a dry mouth? Does it happen in our feet? All of a sudden our feet get hot? We want to make sure that we have awareness of what's happening, where it's happening. Because when we do, we can then go into the allowing and go, okay, it's happening here because it's in reference to. Going back to a previous video I talked about in terms of triggers and what's actually going on, we want to make sure that we know what's happening, when it's happening, where it's happening to, and what it pertains to. Yeah, because when we actually look at the whole, then we can truly allow the emotions that are actually occurring. If we're angry, being angry, society doesn't allow us to be angry, or at least we believe we're not allowed to be angry. That's an illusion or a misprojection, if we want to use that, because what that means is society is actually against the behavior of what we associate to being angry. When reality is, when we suppress the anger, we ignore it, we deny it, we avoid it, and then it sits there and it bubbles. It bubbles, 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 until all of a sudden we're like a volcano and we explode. Yeah, that's because we haven't allowed it. When we actually allow the emotion to occur, we don't necessarily have to behave from that. It's going, okay, I'm angry because this has happened and that affects my boundaries. And for whatever reason, we didn't stand up for our boundaries, so now we're angry. Or even if we stood up for our boundaries, somebody disrespected them, and they crossed over our boundaries. So now we're angry about that. Yeah? We're allowed to be angry. What we're not allowed to do is throw a temper tantrum. And that is what society equates to allowing or experiencing the emotion. When in actual fact, the behavior is the result of the suppression. We suppress, deny, ignore, and then all of a sudden, someone somewhere along the line does something minuscule, and then we lose our shit, right? I'm going to use that word because that's exactly what happens. We just blow up and we go overboard. And now later on, we're having to deal with the aftermath, yeah? So my question to you is, what emotions are you controlling, or what emotions are controlling you? Yeah, it's about getting clear on what's actually going on there, because when you really understand what emotions are controlling you, then you start getting clarity on what you need to allow, what you need to acknowledge, and where the awareness is. Yeah. Cannot wait to connect with you guys and experience what's going on. I'd love to go further and assist in any way that I can. All right. Looking forward to it. Speak soon.